masses are completely ignorant as to what is written in the Constitution. They don't know the provisions of the Constitution. They don't know about the preamble of the Constitution. That is the reason, since I started teaching, I have made it a tradition that after the completion of the discussions of preamble, that lasts for almost 10 to 12 hours, after teaching them the philosophy of our preamble, I make them recite the preamble. But everyone is completely ignorant about this. They are opposing the reservation in educational institutions. They are opposing reservation in public employment. While opposing that, they are claiming that this was meant for 10 years only. No, my friend, it was not meant for 10 years. Actually, that political reservation was meant for 10 years. There is no time limit, there is no time frame for reservation in educational institutions and public employment. I had to educate my students. I still remember that lecture in SPIPA, Sardar Patel Institute of Public Administration, that is located at Satellite, just in front of ISRO. That the laws included in Schedule 9 do not have blanket immunity. You have to go through the judgments of Vaman Rao case, 1981. You also have to go through the judgment of Supreme Court of 2007 in the IR Coelho case. You have to go through clauses 4, 5, 6 of Article 15 and 4, 4A, 4B and 6 of Article 16. Article 15 has 3 clauses. One is 4, 5 and then recently added through 103rd Amendment, that is 6th clause. And in 16th article, there are 4 clauses that we need to go through. One is 4, the other is 4A, added through 77th Amendment. Then there is 4B that was added through 81st Amendment. Through 85th Amendment, one more thing was added in 4A, that too is very important from reservation perspective. And lastly, through 103rd Amendment, Clause 6 was added in Article 16. If you wish, you can provide special treatment, special facility for the weaker sections of the society. Now, this is the interesting thing. Constitution says that you can make special provisions for the weaker sections. Who are those weaker sections? Constitution is silent on that. Constitution does not say that it is SCs or STs or OBCs. It just says that it is weaker sections. Who are those weaker sections? Government has to decide. When students come to me, their only purpose is getting through the civil services examination and become an IAS officer, IPS officer, if it is about state government, deputy collector or mamlatdar. Nothing more than that. So, sir, teach me Constitution of India, only that much which is essential for my examination. Nothing more than that. That happens. And being a professional institute, we have an obligation to serve their needs. Whatever the subject that we teach, be that Indian history, Indian economy, science and technology, be that any subject, we have to teach in such a fashion that is helpful to them for their examinations. That's true. But since I began my teaching in November 2011, I'm not claiming to be a very public-spirited person, but I took an initiative that let's make it such an interesting subject that student starts learning this subject with an enthusiasm. He comes to realize that it is not something that is meant for examinations only. It is something which governs my life. It is the Constitution which has given me a certain social status, my political existence. So I must be having a little more awareness about that subject, equality before the laws and equal protection of the laws. So through 14th amendment, they made non-white people's status as good as that of the white people. And through 15th amendment, they gave them right to vote. They were ready to give right to vote to the non-white people, but not to the women. Means the status of women in USS society was lower than even non-white people. Non-white people got their right to vote in 1865. Thereafter, women had to struggle for almost 5 decades. And finally, they got their right in 1920, through 19th Amendment. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to do hereby, adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Thank you.